today we'll demonstrate it at about 2 kW or 2.1, 2.2, somewhere in that range.
Okay, well let's go ahead and start it up.
Okay. Starting it up, we'll plug it in. We make sure everything looks right. There's nothing loose, nothing messed up, as near as I can perceive. Everything looks like it's supposed to be. And turn it. By the sound where it's right and where it isn't. Now let's make sure we got power. We do have power. So the first thing we'll do is run the load of the motor, because that's the largest load on the system. So the first thing we'll do is unplug it and switch it over to the power output back to this motor.
Okay.
Right there's a little trick, but sometimes it doesn't work right.
Okay, so basically it is running itself now.
Yeah, let me make sure it's running a little faster, I think. I don't know if you can tell that or not. So the power must be a little bit different. We keep it pretty close. That's supposed to be exactly, when I looked at it on the scope, it was exactly the same as what's coming out of the wall as far as 60 cycles and the right voltage. What happens is the power input changes depending on the time of the day. The power comes from the power company. It changes in voltage. It actually goes up and down. Some days it'll be 115, other days it'll be 124 around here. So that's why it's a little different just now. Anyway, we don't need that. Let's light up some lights. Unless you have any other questions.
Nope, I think that's good.
And I don't know if you zoomed in or not, but those are all 100 watts. You can read it on a lot of them. Give people an idea how much power it is.
Okay, I didn't hear any slowdown of the motor.
I heard a slight one, about the third bulb or the fourth, fifth bulb. You can play it back. At least it sounded like it to me. It wasn't a slowdown. It was actually a mellowing out, a little smoother. It sounded a little smoother. You can play back the video if you want to listen to it again. But I heard a slight one. Maybe over that.
Okay, I'm going to basically just pan across the machine here.
And your question there about slowing down, that is old school science. Quantum energy does not require additional loads of any kind. Quantum energy is the energy source unto itself. If you build it right, you don't have to have the machine slow it down.
It looks like you've got, what is that, 14 light bulbs burning.
Yeah, we didn't turn on one, I guess. Oh, right. Oh, okay, now it burned out there for a second.
Okay, now you got 15 light bulbs.
So 1,500 watts there.
1,500 watts.
And then you got the 70 amps, 7.4 amps over here, and 90 volts roughly. So you can do the math, but it's probably around 2,100 watts or 2,200 watts, somewhere in there, 2,000 watts, somewhere in that range. And originally, I don't know if you want to show the transformer, but originally we ran a transformer just like this, and we burned out the transformer. We had it loaded to 40 kW. So we don't do it that high in this system anymore. We've actually burned out several of these types we're focusing in on the factory. We're focusing in on getting these things mass produced.
So what we've got here is a self-running generator. It's basically providing over 2,000 watts. This will run indefinitely without fuel.
Like anything, it runs until the parts wear out. When you say indefinitely, yeah, that's true. It is indefinitely, but indefinitely means basically until the parts wear out.
For instance, moving parts would wear out.
Moving parts and solid state parts wear out. Televisions go bad, computers go bad. They're all solid state. They still go bad. There's still parts that wear out. Cell phones go bad. Different things.
Okay, so really the really special part of this technology is the rotating generator in this machine, and you might talk just a little bit about why that's special and what makes it that your ministry has been able to make such a small generator put out this amount of power.
Why it's special?
Yeah, why it's special and what the technology is that's actually...
A little bit about the technology? Okay, basically there's many types of subatomic particles, and it's the way you make those particles and the way you establish them as to whether or not you get over unity. There's over 100 types of subatomic particles defined now, and everybody used to think that the only thing that flowed through wires was electrons. Well, that's not true. Nowadays, quantum physics realizes there's many types of subatomic particles, and depending on what those particles are, which ones you have, in which places, and which vibrations you have, in other words, frequencies in which places, and what the power levels are, and how they're arranged with each other, and where the standing fields are, that all has to do with how it works. If you get it right, well, basically by different combinations of those things, you can do anything you can imagine, including space travel and everything else, teleportation and all that. But basically, one of the simplest ones is making energy, and that's what we're focusing in on here.
Okay, and with this device, that's a standard variable transformer that you adjust the speed of the motor with.
Yeah, that's a standard motor too.
Standard motor, standard belt drive, and a standard load of regular incandescent light bulbs. So the real technology is in the generator and how it's built and how it works.